Welcome to Google Ads Unleashed, the podcast that helps you harness the power of Google Ads. And now your host, Jeremy Young.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Google Ads Unleashed. Hope everyone is doing fantastically this February. So probably one of the New Year's resolutions a lot of you have had, besides, getting big at the gym again and gone as well, will be to grow on Google Ads, okay? To use this channel in order to grow your business, to grow your client's business, to grow whatever business, right? Like in the end, it's a client and or customer acquisition machine, and most of you are using it for the business. And you've probably asked yourself, especially even if you're stuck right now, even if you're a seasoned expert, God knows, you are going to ask yourself, what next? How can I grow further? How can I grow my Google Ads account? And today I want to show and share with you my absolute top sort of methods on how you can realistically grow your Google Ads account, and there's no other way. And I'm going to break them down to you in 6 points, okay? The first one is relatively simple: less wastage. Generally speaking, on Google Ads, you grow the more of the fat you trim, okay? Think of Google as a sieve. You are designing a sieve of the wild search sort of volume that is out there for your service, for your product, whatever. And you, with your campaigns, are trying to design an effective sieve to capture as many searches as possible. Of course, over time, there'll be some wastage, right? You might be capturing stuff that you didn't actually mean to, and you're trying to throw that back into the sea. Like, think of a fishing net that you've thrown out and you've accidentally caught an animal you didn't even want to fish for. You throw that back out. Or you're trying to make your net, your sieve, more refined and refined and refined over time, which makes it a lot more efficient and which allows you to simply spend more. Okay, so the less wastage part, unfortunately, is a lot of work, right? Traditionally, we do this by sorting out our inventory, which is not profitable. We do this by not targeting products or keywords anymore, which are not profitable for us. We do this through search term analysis and removing stuff which is not profitable, etc., etc. We do this through budget adjustments. We do this through removing settings which don't work for us. Let's say certain locations don't work for us, or certain times of the day don't work for us, etc., etc. What happens as a reason is your ads become more and more and more relevant, which means that there's less wastage, which means you can focus more spend on those more relevant areas, which you are dominating more and more, leading to growth. Less wastage is probably one of the more arduous of the 6 ways to grow, because it takes basically what I do for a living and what I do every day, every week, every month, over years, and you just have to really graft away and always spot these opportunities to cut away and trim the fat. Then the second way to grow is to lower your CPCs. This sort of goes a little bit hand in hand with the less wastage, to be honest. So generally speaking, you want to be always lowering. Who doesn't want to lower CPCs, right? You could, of course, argue to a certain extent that you, of course, want to increase CPCs to be more competitive, to gain more of your sort of ad real estate. But you can do that by just making your ads more efficient and lowering your CPCs, and then you can bid more aggressively anyway. You do this usually by optimizing or pandering to Google's algorithm, right? Quality score is a very obvious one. So quality score doesn't really have to mean anything. I've got even an episode on the quality score if you want to go back and listen to it. But generally speaking, it's not really a determinant for the success of a campaign or for a keyword, right? You can have a quality score of 6 out of 10 and it does just fine, right? I'm quite pragmatic in this regard. However, you can always sort of chip away and try to improve that as much as possible. You can do things such as, for instance, increasing your website speed. You can which may not make a massive difference to you in terms of your subjective user experience, but Google's algorithm loves a fast website, right? So automatically you'll be rewarded with lower CPCs. You can do negative keyword research all the time. That makes your ad relevance better. You can simply write better ads. That's something that you can do all the time as well. And just become a better copywriter. You can create better landing pages, right? These are sort of things that you can sort of chip away at any given point. More or less, this all ties, however, into something that I called basically get a better offer. A better offer can comprise a better site, a better product, better features, better user experience, etc., etc. All of this ties into lowering your CPCs, and as a result, your ads actually improve. In fact, I'm going to backpedal, guys, because it's not going to be 6, it's going to be 8 ways how we can actually scale with Google Ads and grow your Google Ads this year. Because 2 additional things just come to mind, which I wanted to capture under this umbrella of making a better offer, but I'm going to branch them out into 2 subpoints. And that is, generally speaking, improving your conversion rate is one aspect of how you can grow your Google Ads, even if you don't really decrease your CPCs or anything else, or you improve your average order value. Those are the core 3 things realistically that you can do to grow your Google Ads, because I think I've even got an episode specifically on the sort of relationship between exactly those 3 metrics: CPC, conversion rate, and average order value, because if you just improve one of the 3, that is fundamental to the growth of your Google Ads account, and that is sort of the main thing that you should be working on. Can you realistically increase your prices? Can you upsell? Can you cross-sell? Can you upsell even better shipping conditions or faster shipping conditions and upsell that? Can you upsell personalization? Increase that average order value, and as a result your Google Ads will grow because you will be able to afford more clicks at a more competitive rate, and as a result get more impression share of the search volume that's out there. Higher conversion rate is a no-brainer, right? If you convert more from the exact same amount of traffic, well, then your Google Ads grow as a result, and you can afford to spend more in terms of acquisition. So these 3, I put them as 2 subpoints, all sort of work together, but those are the core things that you might want to focus on in growing your Google Ads. Then in the next step, you want to, I'll call this now step 4, will be to simply target more. What do I mean by that? So we have, for instance, a lot of people might be, currently running, let's say, a brand search, and a shopping campaign and a PMAX campaign, and maybe a brand shopping or something like that, right? So a nice brand, non-brand split in shopping, maybe a PMAX for a hero product, that's it. What about search? What about trying to write advertorials for big questions in the industry, right? Look at, for instance, more informational searches. How can you target them and convert them with advertorials? That's what I mean with target more. Because a lot of times people focus too much on the bottom of the funnel of Google Ads, which is fine because that's what the channel is for, right? It is essentially a middle and bottom funnel channel. But there are also people who maybe start in their searches somewhere. For example, a client of ours, right? Many moons ago, he had a supplement for dogs that helps dogs with arthritis. we simply wrote an advertorial for arthritis in dogs, something very specific that was more of an informational, not even a transactional search for this supplement. In the advertorial, we were able to sort of guide the people through the problem that they have with the arthritis of their dogs or whatever it is, and sell them the product then at the end. So what we did is simply we targeted more of the search volume that was already out there using a different method and finding a different tool, such as search compared to shopping. So simply target more is one of the next things that I would recommend, how to grow your Google Ads in 2025. The fifth thing that I would add is which sort of goes hand in hand with targeting more, is to simply find out more products and services your customers might be looking for and satisfying that search volume. Arguably, that is the easiest one of them all. For instance, one of our clients is in the print on demand niche. Last Q4, they've spent about something like £100,000 or something like that. This Q4, we spent almost $500,000, and all we did really throughout the year was continuous keyword research into new products that people might be looking for, so that we're not just limited to personalized posters, personalized canvases, and personalized pillows, but personalized key rings, personalized computer keyboards, personalized towels, personalized this. We just started to actually create products with different designs or whatever, satisfying the search volume that was already out there and tapping into more of the search volume. Surefire way of growing your Google Ads account, right? Let's say you sell kits to grow your lawn, right? So like a lawn kit or something like that. Well, start selling maybe lawnmowers. Start selling books about how to keep your lawn. Start selling something like manure or in bulk, or start selling some fertilizer. God knows what, right? Anything that has to do with your niche. Look out there, what is out there that you could still target. Do your keyword research, design or make a product that fits that demand, and build campaigns for it. Surefire way to increase and grow your Google Ads. The seventh tip that I've got is a very straightforward one. Expand to more countries. Figure out how to ship to another country, such as France, such as Germany. Get a German speaker, get a French speaker native to translate your page perfectly. Get all the systems in place, such as a German speaking customer service operator, etc., and just start expanding horizontally. This is probably one of the easiest ways to expand as well, right? If your product is successful in one market, test it in another. It's relatively inexpensive as well, if you really think about it. Of course, shipping's going to be more expensive. It's going to not be as easy to just break into a new market and make it work. It takes a little bit of fine tuning, but generally speaking, more countries, it's just more people who search for stuff. Mega easy to break into. And then the eighth and the last way to grow on Google Ads is simply target more channels. You still have demand gen, you still have YouTube. Stop overspending on your brand search. Make sure that it's even incremental, right? I'm a big fan of brand search campaigns, but really make sure is that money that I could really use somewhere else, and just invest in YouTube. Build Google as a sort of push marketing channel as well, and you will see tremendous growth in 2025 as you create more demand for your brand. In summary, the 8 things that I would do is, first of all, less wastage. The less wastage you have, then the more you can spend on what works, and as a result your Google Ads grow. And if you keep doing this, the compound effect is real. As a result, point 2, lower your CPCs, pander to that Google algorithm, create that amazing offer, create the great user experience, make the page lightning fast. your CPCs will go down. You'll be rewarded by Google with providing such a good user experience. Usually number 3 and 4 will happen then as well. Generally speaking, your conversion rate improves. As a result, you can of course afford more paid traffic to target even more audiences and other search terms. And if you're doing everything correctly, doing point 4 as well, point 3, which is increasing your average order value, which again helps you to afford even more traffic. The 4th thing you can do is to just simply target more, use campaign types you've not tried before, target competitors if you've not done it before, and maybe make competition-specific landing pages. For that, I've also got a podcast episode, look it up, or write advertorials, right? Point number 6 is simply more products or services. Research what you could be selling, what you're not selling yet, or what you're not servicing yet. Make that service up, or actually create that product, buy in that product, develop that product, God knows what, and satisfy that search demand. Super easy. Point number 7, target more countries and languages, surefire way to grow. And the 8th way is to deep dive into more channels, YouTube and demand gen specifically. Maybe that's given you some inspiration to do. If you need help in implementing all of this, you can simply just reach out as well. It's jeremy@younganddigital.marketing. You can also find me on LinkedIn and send me a lovely message. I always like to read those. You'll find me on Jeremy Young Google Ads. And that's pretty much today's episode, guys. If you are looking forward to more tips, there's another episode coming out every Monday. Subscribe to the podcast, and with that, I wish you a fantastic week. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to Google Ads Unleashed. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. If you found value in today's podcast, please share it with others and leave a rating and a review. For more information or to connect with Jeremy, check him out online at www.younganddigital.marketing. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.